Na.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire
Gesundheit.
hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'd like to hear more about these vampires.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
Ja, ne?
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham?
Nö.
Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Der Name Ichabod. Ah.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Woran erkennt er denn Vampir? Das ist, glaube ich, eine ganz gute Frage, wo er einer... Das ist ja vielleicht gerade mal eine Armeslänge von dem Pferd steht.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
Wenn Vampirjäger der Extraklasse Neuuntersuchung. Wenn das die richtigen Vampirjäger herausfinden, dass ein Vampir... Das klingt nach einer sehr witzigen Questreihe.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste.
Entschuldigung.
They do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
Der stille Jäger, der überall Plakate verteilen möchte.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Da war ja so ein... Was auch immer.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor.
Oh,
I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there... they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Na gut.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
Schande. Ja. Ah, das haben wir. Ja. Wir bräuchten mal so eine Ratte zum Anknabbern. Oder sowas. Ah, wir müssen wieder zu der Bar rein. Ja. Entschuldigung. Oder? Das ist doch die Bar. Oh.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reid. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
Ja, lassen Sie mich rein. Bin nett.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
Nein, sie kann ja zum Krankenhaus kurz rennen. Und da.
Let's grow eyes in the back of that head, sir. Gentlemen are easy targets in these parts. So you have questions about the flu, then?
Ja.
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
Das ist auch eigentlich voll gut. Und eigentlich hat der Sohn das auch sehr richtig gemacht. Möchte sie was haben? Nein.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
Ich glaube, du kommst bald dahin, wo ich nicht mehr gespielt habe. Ah, okay. Mal gucken.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
Oh je. Mehr gibt's ja nicht
I'm
Preis.
trying to locate Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where he could be?
You talking about the one everyone calls the sad saint? The man who takes care of the homeless?
The very same, Miss Fishburne.
I'm sorry. I don't know where his shelter is. But if you ask around, I'm sure you'll get your answer.
Okay.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
Hast du noch irgendwas, was ich vielleicht gebrauchen könnte?
Please don't stay too long, sir.
Nein, nein. Aber war voll die... Das ist voll die riesige Wohnung. Ich habe jetzt irgendwie so ein kleines Loch erwartet, aber riesiges Schlafzimmer, fettes Wohnzimmer mit Kamin und so.
The epidemic is what worries people most these days.
Erstmal.
It's locked, all right.
Okay. Wenn ich gleich wieder so pissig klinge. Der Gute. Ich hab doch nur mal geguckt, ob dazu ist. Ach ja, hier war die Bar. So.
Poor Jack.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reid, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Das haben wir schon alles gefragt, ne?
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
Ja.
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. Well, would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Ich muss ihn mal ganz kurz ansprechen.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Nee, okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from
Perhaps
this
I should
place.
shut the turquoise for a time.
Ach ja, ich erinnere mich, wo wir hier waren. I remember. Das Drama. Oh, was? Wer? Wo? Wie? Oh, das klingt nicht gesund hier drin. Oh, hallo. Guck mal, ich kann auch ein Monster werden. War was? Oh, it's not locked. All right. Jeder in den Mittel.
Seems like the guard of everyone is on Sean Hampton's trail.
Oh, das war doof. Oh.
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Mehr so da lang. Wieso kann man Zeit sich hochporten? Also mit welcher Erklärung können wir uns da gerade nicht hochporten? Oh. Was ist da los? Ja. Erwähnen, dass ich noch mal gerne eine.
This poor man has just been slaughtered by a vampire. The body's still warm.
Oh.
I'll put it out of your breath for this! There's one of them.
Nee, ich möchte an die rumsaugen. Oh, hallo. Mensch, das habe ich gar nicht gesehen. So, lass mal. Notunterkunft. Ich habe ein bisschen Angst mit John Hampton, weil der ist anscheinend die Stütze an diesem Ort. Was mit ihm passiert. So.
What have we here? Lost your horse, Governor? Or are you just out of your mind?
I'm out of my mind.
This Seymour worries me. Perhaps Sean knows something about him.
So.